Okay, we're up in Amherst here, and there is quite the bank of skylights. 2, 4, 6, 8 skylights in this area. So there's almost no R factor here, and they get an immense amount of ice back up here. So the customer had an old Home Depot Easy Heat wire system. Ran it up the valley and back down, and then they ran it up and over and down that valley there. And I got to check to see where, because they got to run in the lower gutter. And if they didn't run it all the way to the downspout, which I'm suspect they didn't, that is a problem. So you can't heat something out up here unless it has heat all the way to get off the roof system. And I'm suspect it isn't. So they wove their wire a little bit here. They balled it up inside the gutter. There's a big ball of plastic there that we got to deal with. And I believe this gutter pitches into that lower gutter. So what I'm concerned about a lot is we've got this metal edge here. Water's coming in behind this metal edge. This is all going to be rotted out. This right now is an inch high, or 3/4 of an inch higher than it is back here. So water has to climb up here and then go down into the gutter. That is happening on most of the edge here. Not as bad as it is near that valley. It's only going about a 1/2 inch down and through there. But it's definitely a problem in this area here. So that being said, the customer said they get them cleaned about 2 or 3 times a year, and these gutters should get cleaned probably about 5 to 6 times a year minimum, if you want to clean them at all. The gutter helmet is definitely the candidate here, but there is a lot of gutters, and they've got, whoever put these gutters in here, we've got these hidden brackets, and these hidden brackets right now are only like an inch or so below, or 1.5 inches from the bottom of the gutter up. So any water coming off of here is trailing these screws back into fascia board. But more importantly, they cut those brackets down and they put them at an angle. So now this gutter is no longer 5 inches from here to there. The gutter is only 4 inches from here to there. So they actually sucked the gutter in an inch. I don't know why, but that's what they did. So they didn't, I don't know why they even used these brackets, but they lost an inch on the whole gutter. You can actually see this gutter swales in, and it comes out to its 5-inch miter and then swales back in again. So definitely not a professional. But so our self-regulating system is what you can see. There's a hole in the valley. Some of you must have been cutting some ice in here or something. And these diverters too are huge. And I'm suspect because when the gutters fill up, that water's just overflowing and washing her out over there. So they put the diverter to keep the water from hitting them, but it's now that forces that water to leak back to the fascia board instead of leaking over the gutter. So what that's telling me is that these gutters are filling up probably after 5 or 10 days after they clean them, or the downspouts are getting clogged. Maybe they're not filling up, but the downspouts are getting clogged, and it's no different than running your bathtub and walking away and leaving the plug in. So we got a power source. They got an existing power source somewhere in the middle here. I don't know how many amps it handles, but we'll figure on 110 self-regulating here, and we got to disclaim it if we're going to not put helmet on it, so because that could give them more problems than good. So hopefully they'll do the right thing. I'm going to give them the option for just the wire, replacing this wire, tying into their system, and I'll give them an option for a 6-inch gutter on this lower section only, tying into the spout, and I'm going to give them an option for the gutters on the entire house, 5 and 6 inch, and getting it situated. So looks like we might have done that downspout there. Yes, looks like we did these downspouts. Must have been a prior job. Some of them anyways, maybe not.